Hello, I heard today's Fibble was interesting, so let's just do that real quick. Um, so for place, I'm actually thinking about doing space here. The P's could still contradict. And of course the ACE it can as well. So let's see what this gives us. Well, that's quite interesting. So we have an X-wing here. The A's and E's disagree with each other. So that means we know all of the rest of this is true, because otherwise, let's just think about that. One of these must be false. And once I make one of these false, I now must make this true, which is going to make that false. All right, so we either end up with this, or on the other hand, if this is the one that's false, because one of these is false also, this must be true, which then makes that false. So it's kind of like an X-wing. Sorry, I know a lot of you understand that, but it sort of makes this X here where either these two are false or these two are false, which means none of the other ones can be false. There's only two lies for two rows. Okay, hopefully that explains it well enough. So we have an S for sure, and then we have... now this is interesting because let's say these were the lies. That would mean we definitely have an E and not here. But it means we don't have an A, right? Because that would have to be true. The other option is this, which means we don't have an E, and then we have an A out of place. So we can't have both E and A. It's not like one of them can be green or something. So we know that we have one of E or A, but not both. And then the S is out of place. So I'm wondering about something like ASSY, to be honest. I don't know if that's a good thing to guess right now, though. I'm trying to think of like something a little bit better. How about Husky's bad because it doesn't use A or E. I was trying to think of like S here and Y at the end, and then we could use an A or an E second. Although, I just thought of Daisy, which could be fun. Let's give that a try. Okay, so what did we learn? The green A could be true. If the green A was true, then we would probably have a D, I, or Y in the word. Let's see if we can just modify Daisy and get more info. Let's see. Well, okay, so if this S is not lying, if it's lying, it's green, but if it's not lying, then it doesn't go here or here. So I would think maybe AS and then a Y at the end. Like tasty or something. Is there a word I can use that doesn't repeat a letter, though? Hasty. Let's not be too hasty, but let's guess hasty. Okay, so these A's are agreeing with each other at this point. So are these Y's. If this S is not lying, then we're kind of forcing it to be at the end. So if we're assuming the A is correct, the only other place for S is here. Otherwise, this S is lying, in which case it would be AS here, and then the T would have to be in the word. So we could be like TAS something. So what would be TAS something? I can't use an E. I mean, I guess it could be AS and then T at the end as well. What would do that? Now, what was the lie that I used in hasty? I guess the lie in hasty that I would have assumed was the lie was the Y. Yeah. It would be nice to guess the TAS word, but I can't think of one. Another option is the A is in place and there's an S at the end. We just don't have a T. Surely there's a word like that. I mean, I don't want to do a plural, but How about magus? Is that a word? Like a mage of some kind? It accepts it. Okay, so we know this is the lie. We're 100% sure this is the lie because we know there's an... Well, okay, so let's for a second think about whether these two could be the lies. If those two are the lies, that means there's no A, or they're both yellow there. But let's say let's say this is true, and this is true, and these are our lies. That would mean there'd have to be an E in the word, and all of these would be true. Kind of wish there was an undo so I could undo all this, but let's think about that. So in that case, we would have to have an E somewhere. We'd have to have an S and a T somewhere. S would not be first or third or fourth. This could be the lie. We could end in S, or we could have an S second. So we could do something like ES, I don't know, EST. We really don't have all that much info, do we? Or we could do a T at the end. If the S weren't the lie, then probably the G would be the lie. Okay. I thought that this would be obviously wrong, but it's not. But I do think, I do think we're more, I'm going to clear all this out. I do think we're more likely that this A is correct. Like, oops, sorry, like that. I think those are the lies, and I think these two A's are correct, and that's the lie. That's what I think. So A is second. We have a G and an S. We don't have to have a T. In fact, that T being the lie makes the most sense. So this T being the lie makes the most sense. And then what's the lie here? Well, S can't be here or here or here or here. So this S is the lie and it's green. So we have A, S like this guaranteed, and then we have a G somewhere not in the middle. So maybe GA something S something. What could that be? That seems hard. No T. I don't see how the G could go at the end, so... Huh. You know, maybe those A's are lying. What goes GA something S? Yeah, I don't see it. Okay, let's get rid of our assumptions. Just get rid of everything. The only thing we know is absolutely true is this here. Now, do we have any other contradictions that might be helpful? This contradiction does tell us that there's definitely an S, but we already knew that. Yeah, this contradiction doesn't help a whole lot. Unless it's impossible for both of these S's to be yellow. If both of the S's are yellow, then either this S is the lie, or both A's are the lie. Okay, should I entertain the idea of this A being lying both times? Maybe I should try just another word to get more info. I don't know what I would try. Yeah, this is a tough one, isn't it? Let's see. Let's just mark these as lies and see where that takes us. I think I did that earlier, but now do I mark this a lie as well? Because what if it's just yellow A's in both of these spots? That would force the A to be first or fourth or last. Yeah, we haven't tried very many spots for A. That would be weird if they both lied the same way, but that would make this difficult. I think I want to do one more word with A second. Let's see what happens. What if I did something like taser? What's interesting about taser, it uses the A and the E again. It tests A second again, and it sees if there's potentially a T in the word. It tests S third again. I'm hoping for some kind of X-wing again to get more info. Well, that's unexpected. Okay. So all three of these contradict. How many contradictions do we have here? We know we can't have both A and E. So if we can't have both A and E, because I already explained that with this X-wing up here, either these two are lies or these two are lies. We can't make these two lies because that contradicts. And if these two are lies, then we know there's no A. And if these two are lies, then we know there's no E. So the lies in one of these two. So these are accurate. If that S is accurate, then that S is accurate. So we end in R. So are we an ER word? Okay, so what's going on here? It seems unlikely that this T is the lie now. I think that... Okay, one of these two is the lie. What if this is the lie? Hold on, if this is the lie, there's a G. Okay, so can this be the lie? That would introduce a G into this mix. So we would have an A here. Hold on. If this is the lie, there's an E here. We're an ER word. This seems the most likely. It seems most likely that we're an ER word. This A is the lie. Which means that's truthful. These two are lies. That's a lie. That's a lie. And then, yeah, we have the S and the T. We have no I. And then maybe, I think the G would have to be a lie in that case because we can't use S, T, and G before this ER. So the G would be the lie. Yeah, this all lines up. So we know S isn't first or third. So it would be S second. So it would be like Esther. That's exactly what it is. Okay. Wow, yeah, that was a pretty interesting Fibble. So glad that got recommended. And of course, if you enjoyed this content, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.